I gotta read this one. Man, I gotta read this one. So, six problems from the problem book. All right. The uncle of Mr. W. Read again. Is this on? Okay. The uncle of Mr. W. D. Farrar lived in the wilderness of North America, and he lived other than his own self. Therefore, his pulse beat 78 times per minute, and this killed him in 45 years of age. How many times did his pulse beat in 45 years? Number two. The wife of Mr. W. D. Farrar's uncle in the wilderness of North America weighs other than herself. Therefore, she has rheumatism. I spoke about that earlier. Headaches, pain in all joints, and cannot walk up to the store. She is troubled frequently with high blood pressure and registers more than 32. Her pulse is nearly 80 times per minute, and she died at the age of 47. How many times did her pulse beat in 47 years? Number three. A sheep contains 14 square feet. 1/10 of a square inch contains 10,000 hairs. How many will the 14 square feet contain? Now, I believe the sheep in this thing does have a lot to do something with the cotton picking industry that has turned into the modern day and time of debt and chasing other things and being in the workforce. Number four, 1/100th of a cubic inch contains 200 million atoms. How many will 50 square miles contain? Now, I believe that is the plantation that we actually was put to work on, and in this day and modern time, it's actually again the workforce, the 9 to 5, the overtime that needs to be worked by the employees. Number five, the uncle of Mr. W. D. Farrar lives in the wilderness of North America, and he is living other than himself. Therefore, he weighs more than his weight. Excuse me. He weighs more than his height, and his blood pressure registers more than 32. This killed him at the age of 44 years. Now, if you're not dead by 44, that means you're on a decline. If you're not doing the actual fasting and weighing your proper self, mentally, spiritually, and physically. The average person breathes 3 cubic feet of air per hour, but the uncle of Mr. W. D. Farad breathes 3 and 7/10 of a cubic foot per hour. How many cubic feet of air did Mr. W. D. Farad's uncle breathe in 44 years? How many atoms does he breathe in all of his 44 years when 1/100th of a cubic inch contains 200 million atoms? Now they're talking about atoms. Now, again, chemtrails, different things like that, pollution in the air. What is that we really are breathing? Are we breathing in life or death, or anything that gives us life or take away death? Because things like rheumatism, pain in all joints, is a result of your lungs being constricted, okay, closed in, bad posture. So it is documented even today that the average person only breathes in 1/3 of their lungs. So the other two are not getting optimal oxygen, which is why in 2020 people were catching the virus in the upper respiratory. Remember, they were saying upper respiratory, which means that the upper part of your lungs were not getting optimal oxygen. Man, this stuff that they working on, man, that they know. So what happens is that the society that we are living in is actually against all of us. Isn't it pretty cool? It's just a trickle effect on who they take out first. Number six, the second uncle of Mr. W. D. Farad lived. The excuse me. Number six, the second uncle of Mr. W. D. Farad in the wilderness of North America lived other than himself, and therefore his blood pressure again registered over 32. He had fever, headaches, chills, gripe or grip, hay fever, regular fever, rheumatism, also pain in all joints. He was disturbed with foot ailments and toothaches. His pulse beat more than 88 times per minute. Therefore, he goes to the doctor every day and gets medicine for every day in the year. One after each meal and 3 times a day, also one at bedtime. Do the math. So that's 3 meals per day plus one before bed. That's four. 4 times 30, you're going to do 30 days. Let's just do 30 days. 30 days. 4 times 30 days is 120 pills. So let's take away the zero real quick. That's 120 degrees. That's 120 pills. That equals 1 pound. So four. I'm gonna see if I can do the math in my head. So let's do. As a matter of fact, that's 4 pills a day. Let's do 365. Let's go back. 365 days times four. 4 pills a day. So 4 times 5 is 20, bring down to 0, and carry the 2 over. So 4 times 6 is 24, plus the 2, that's 26, bring down the 6. Am I doing this right? 265, 24. So bring down the 6. So that's 6 and a 0 that's down there already. And you bring the 2 over. So that's 4 times 3, that's 12. Plus the other 2, that's 4. So that's 1,460 pills, 1,460 pills a year. Now, if I got it wrong, that's okay. I did it out of my head. I get better next time. But if it's 1,460 pills a year, so the average person breathes 3 cubic feet of air per hour, but the second uncle of Mr. W.D. Farad breathed 4.5 cubic feet of air per hour. 500 pills equal 1 pound, so that kills him at the age of 46. How many pounds of pills did Mr. W.D. Farad's second uncle use in 46 years? How many cubic feet of air did he breathe in 46 years? See, this is in the problem book. So meaning that these are the problems that we are dealing with today in today's modern day and time. We see people, all of our black athletes. I'm going to specifically speak of black athletes right now because this is who I'm talking to, but every other person does matter as well. But right now, specifically black athletes, priority, black people that's dying in junior high school, college, and world class levels before they even hit the age of 40. So these are problems that we're dealing with today. And the Holy Quran states that Allah does not like sport and play because you don't know the damages that it's actually doing to your body. And to finish it off, if the air value selling price, then the third uncle of Mr. W.D. Farad would have been robbed of the atmosphere. How much air did he breathe more than the average man? Each cubic foot of air costs $10.50. Now today, what is it that the people buy? The people with the high rise buildings, they buy what? The air. What happens when people in control just start buying air and not just land? And now can control the pollution or the cleanliness of the actual atmosphere of the building. So we know that when we go into certain buildings, it just smells fresh, even better than the outside, because the air quality has a lot to do with our optimal ability of cellular metabolism. Because the iron and the hemoglobin and the protein that make up the red blood cell that actually have to carry the oxygen and the nutrients throughout the entire body relies on oxygen. So if you're smoking and drinking and having these different types of pains and ailments due to eating all day long, which is a result of actually putting the digestive system at a fight, flight, or freeze by placing fear into the body and minds of the people, then you have a systematically people that's only living off of survival, living off of reaction, and again, what I called impulsive reaction disorder, chasing after bills, chasing after dopamine reactions, chasing after so many different things that you don't even realize that you're actually digging your grave with your own actions. So if you just take a minute to slow down, to pay attention to what's most important, which is first, which is the creator, right? And then the things that go inside your mind, and then also the people inside your house. Are you allowing them to eat? Are you allowing yourself to eat things that's not supposed to be there? Who's in control of the people in your household? Who's in control of you? Who's in control of your lifestyle? So these are the things that I love to read about, and this is why I'm so big into health and fitness, because there are things that you can and will experience once you reach certain levels in your own individual life. Now, black people, we got to fix this, okay? So this is in the problem book. How do you fix the problems? These two books here. These two books I have in my mind. My Bible is at home. Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Some of us look like we've been eating for 40 years straight, 40 hours straight, 40 days straight, 40 minutes straight, and just have not stopped. So now let's just change it. So if Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, okay, as far as for the Christians, then maybe we should practice that also. Practice 1 day first, then 2 days, then 3 days. This book says 3 days first, and then when you get stronger and healthier, then do 6 days, then do 9 days, and do 27 days. This book says you should be only eating a handful anyway. Allah hates gluttony. Allah is the Arabic name for God. God hates gluttony because why are you overeating? Why so serious?